Hi. Um, Back in. Forgot yesterday. Yeah, really bad at doing Saturdays as well. Oh well. I'm on holiday, so hopefully get better because no assessment. Yeah, I don't know. Oh well. Had church today. Church was good, and I don't really think I'm going to talk about sermons today. Anyway, let's get on with it. We're up to Psalm 11. And we're going to start with the English Standard Version. So let's get on. The Lord is in his holy temple, to the choir master of David. In the Lord I take refuge. How can you say to my soul, flee like a bird to your mountain? For behold, the wicked bend the bow. They have fitted their arrow to the string to shoot in the dark at an upright in heart. If the foundations are destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes see, his eyelids test the children of men. The Lord tests the righteous, but his soul hates the wicked and the one who loves violence. Let him rain coals on the wicked, the fire and sulphur and scorching wind shall be the portion of their cup. For the Lord is righteous, and he loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold his face. That's fairly short. That's cool. Let's do the NIV, and we'll just do message as well. Like, we'll just do small number of ones. But yeah, that was cool. Anyway, yeah. The director of music of David. In the Lord I take refuge. How then can you say to me, flee like a bird to your mountain? For look, the wicked bend their bows. They set their arrows against the strings and shoot for the shadows and up at an upright in heart. When the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in his holy temple. The Lord is on his heavenly throne. He observes everyone on earth. His eyes examine them. The Lord examines the righteous, but the wicked, those who love violence, he hates them with a passion. On the wicked he will rain fiery coals and burn sulphur, and scorching wind will be their lot. For the Lord is righteous, he loves justice, and the upright will see his face. Oh, you know what I did notice? This wasn't actually the topic of the sermon. Okay, sorry. Psalms. Yeah, cool. Basically all about just the Lord loves those who follow him and hates those who love violence, which is pretty standard. I don't know. Anyway, in the Bible reading today during the sermon, this wasn't actually mentioned that much in the sermon actually. But the final part of the Bible, the verse was literally the Pharisees. It was kind of like basically the whole sermon was on Pilate being like an Pilate guy, Pilate being an bad leader. I can't remember the word of it, but he's describing him as an something bad leader. Bad leader. Self-conscious. No. I don't know. Basically, self-doubt. A lot of self-doubt. Self-loathing. I don't know the exact word that was used, and I can't remember it. Oh well. Basically, it was saying he was a bad leader. But that was the whole thing about Pontius Pilate, the way in which he said Jesus' execution, even though he knew Jesus was innocent, even though he believed Jesus was innocent. But anyway, one of the final lines was of the Bible verse was the Pharisee saying, he's going, "Is this your king?" And is Jesus your king? And the Pharisees literally go, "We have no king other than Caesar." That's technically blasphemy. It's literally written in the Bible that not Jesus. It's literally God is supposed to be their king. God's supposed to be their number one, following God. It's like they're calling Jesus out for blasphemy because they say he's claiming to be Son of Man or whatever. They should be following him, And it's like, no, you're claiming to be God. And I was like, that's what Caesar's doing. But it's okay when I was just like, what? Did you just blaspheme? What? Did you? I don't know. I was just kind of shocked. I'm like, it was probably just in one version and like only in that gospel. But it was more like that took me off the sideways, and I'm like, did you just blasphemize and declare Caesar your only king, even though you claim to follow God? I don't know. I was just okay. So that happened. Anyway, let's finish this off and read through the message. Psalm 11. I've already run for dear life, straight into the arms of God. Why would I run away now when you say, run to the mountains, the evil bows are bent, the wicked arrows aim to shoot under the cover of darkness, at every heart open to God, the bottoms dropped out of the country. Good people don't have a chance, but God hasn't moved to the mountains. Okay, so I just completely missed the first part of this thing, and I think I'm really just getting it now. The messages I had, which is kind of concerning because like normally the message isn't good except for like really descriptive images. I just kind of realized the whole thing about I was like, oh, I'm not gonna leave just because I'm following the God. The God is in heaven. Like I'm not gonna go die, obviously, but like God is in my soul because Christ has died. But like in the context of this, it's like I'm not gonna run to say anyway. But God hasn't moved to the mountains. His holy dress hasn't changed. He is in charge as always. His eyes everywhere, taking everything in. His eyelids unblinking, examining Adam's flesh and blood, inside and out, not missing a thing. He tests the good and bad alike. If anyone cheats, God's outrageous. Thou the test and you're out. Out in the hail of fire stones, drinking from a canteen filled with hot desert wind. God's business is putting things right. He loves getting the line straight, setting us straight. Once we're standing tall, we can look him straight in the eye. Yeah, that's cool. It's all about like, there is no running to God. Once you're running to God, you're with God. That's just a fact. There's no running away from him. There's no hiding. There's no fleeing to shelter as if God is not already with you. God is with you. God is always with you. All you have to do is try and reach out back. And the moment you are, He will answer. That's the beautiful thing about the Lord. He cares about you and you're loved. Anyway, bye!